Hey guys, this is just a little refresher, little tutorial on 4.3, congruent triangles. So congruent means the same shape. So congruent triangles have exactly the same shape. They're the same size, the sides match up, and the angles match up. Congruent polygons is just, four-sided shape, five-sided shape, other sided shapes besides triangles. So when a figure or a shape is congruent, it's just saying that each shape, let's do it this way. This side matches this side, and this side over here matches this side, and the bottoms match, and BC over here matches FG. So it's just saying each piece has a matching piece. It also means that all of the angles have a match. So this one matches this one matches this one, and so on and so forth. Might as well just finish them all out. This one matches this one, and this one matches this one. So they kind of show it over here. All of the segments have a matching segment, and all of the angles have a matching angle. So that's a congruent figure. One theorem that's from this section, it's called third angles theorem. We'll use this one a lot. That didn't highlight very well. Third angles theorem. It just says if you have two triangles, even though this one is a little bit smaller than this one, you can see because they said that two of the angles are equal, there's no other option but for the third one to match up. So because A matches with D and B matches with E, C has to match with F. They're both triangles, they both add to 180, so if two out of the three angles are the same, the third one has to be the same as well. So that's called third angles theorem. And here's a little proof if you want to peruse on your own of how that works. So far we've got congruent and third angles theorem. So just one practice problem says if we got these two figures, RSTU, and we know that it's congruent, so same size and shape, to W, X, Y, Z. So let's put those letters in the same order. W, X, Y, and Z. They just want to know what are the parts that match up. So we'd say from RU, RU has to match up with WZ. So that segment and this segment, they are congruent. And that's just because they are corresponding figures. I'm sorry, not corresponding, congruent figures. And so when they're asking which are the corresponding or matching parts, they're saying RU matches with WZ. We could keep going. RS would be similar to or matching with WX. We could say UT matches with ZY. We could even say ST is the same as XY. If we wanted to keep going, we could talk about the angles that matched up. Angle R would be the same as angle W. Angle U matches up with angle Z. Angle T goes with Y. And it looks like angle S goes with angle X. So when they're asking for the corresponding parts there, they're just saying which one from the blue shape matches up with which ones from the reddish pink shape. So I'll highlight those in the right colors, and you have a lot of things that match up there. There you go. So they're just saying what pieces match. A little bit more in depth, but not too bad. It just says the sides of the roof suggest congruent triangles. So they're saying this is the edge. They just want to know what measure of angle 1 is. So they're saying if these triangles are congruent or matching triangles, then they're just saying, well, this part right here, that 48 degrees, would match with this part right here. So that'd be 48 degrees. This is a box, so a right triangle. This is a box, so a right triangle. And then we can solve for this. We would just say 48 plus 90 plus, let's call it S for Sperber, plus that equals 180. And you'd combine like terms and you could solve. And S would equal 42 degrees. So they're just trying to get you to think a little bit one step further. Okay, you guys ready for the real meat of it? Proofs, my favorite. So they want to say why. Why are these triangles congruent? So we're going to start a bunch of really in-depth proofs with triangles, and I want to kind of start you guys off. So as always, your fave, right? Statement and reason. And they just want to know, are these triangles congruent? So we saw up here that if they are congruent, they have matching sides and matching angles. So we're going to have to show that all 3 sides and all 3 angles match. So I'll label them. Let's make this one green. So ABC, and we'll make this one pinkish, reddish. Ooh, it looks like Christmas up in here. Okay, so a couple of things are given right off the bat. It says that BC, so BC matches with DC, and that is just from those 2 little lines right in here. It shows us BC and CD are the same. So I'll write that those are congruent, and I'll just say given, and it's really because of those marks right there. We can also say that AB is congruent, which just means has the same shape as AD on the red one, and that's given as well, mostly because of that line and that line. We have angle B is given. Angle B matches with angle D, and that is because of those angles right there. So those are the same, are congruent, and that is given. And then this angle right here means it's a right triangle. So angle ACD, the angle that connects A to C to D, so that one, oops, angle ACD, that is 90 degrees. And we could say definition of perpendicular, or because of the box shown, or right angle, or something like that. Definition of perpendicular. I could also say, oops, this one should have been red. I can also say that ACB is 90. Come on. So angle ACB has to also be 90 degrees. Oops, measurement of. And that has to be 90 as well because they make a straight line. So if one of them over here is 90 and they add to 180, then the other one's going to have to be 90. So this one has to equal 90 as well. I would maybe just say like supplementary or something like that. Supplementary. So since they're both equal 90, this is one of my favorite properties. Is that weird that I have a favorite property? They do have to equal each other. Transitive. Okay, so it looks like I have 4 things so far. I have this one, this one, this one, and this one. So it looks like I've got 2 sides going and 2 angles going. So 2 more sides, I'm sorry, 1 more side and 1 more angle. So this one is where reflexive property comes in, which we haven't done in a while. But it just says that I have AC for the green triangle and AC for the red triangle. And that's the same line. It's reflexive, it's reflective, it's the same exact thing, almost like a mirror. So it's just saying the AC that's red and the AC that's green, those are both the same. And forgot my symbols. There's that, and there's that. And that's just called reflexive property. So it's just saying the AC line on green and the AC line on red is exactly the same. So I've got a 5th one. And then last but not least, I need to show the very last angle. It says this one and this one need to be the same. So DAC and BAC. So DAC, BAC, those angles need to be congruent. So one of them is green. Okay, the reason for that one is honestly just from right up here. It said if we have 2 angles that match in a triangle, the third one has to match. So we do have 2 that match here. Angle B matches angle D. And then we got the right angles to match. So this one right here from earlier, we said they were both 90. So the third one has to match. So that is called the third angles theorem. And we have all 6 sides, all 3 sides and all 3 angles. So we can say that the green triangle, which was triangle ABC, matches with the red triangle, which is DAC. And the order of those letters does matter. So DAC is actually the incorrect order. I need to write it. I went ABC, so I went here and then here. So I need to go here and then here. So ABC matches with ADC. And that is because all 3 sides and all 3 angles are congruent. Now, if you're lazy, if you'd like, you can write all 3 sides match and all 3 angles match and just write SSSAAA. And that is our first triangle proof. Let's do one more. Okay, let's switch up the colors here. We've got statement and reason. I'm feeling, let's go. Let's go. Can you tell I like green a lot? Let's go orange. Okay, so we've got this orange triangle, SRT, and we've got this turquoise triangle, URT. And I'll probably just use one color and highlight them at the end. So they first told us RS and RU are the same. So I'm just going to write out all the givens. And angle S and angle SRT. Okay, so let's see. These are the orange ones, and these are the turquoise ones. So given all of these. Okay, so just kind of looking at it, it's saying right here, SR matches with RU, and that's given because of these right there. It also says TS and TU are the same, and that's because this has those little 2 marks. Angle S and angle U match up, and that's given from this. And then they also said SRT and URT. The reason they didn't just say R is because there's 2 different parts of R, this part and this part. So this one is URT and this one is SRT, saying what it connects. So these are all our orange ones, and these are all our turquoise ones. Whoops. There we go. So we have 2 sides and 2 angles. So we just need one more angle and one more side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the angle. I think that's one of the easier ones because we already have 2 of the angles. So this is just called third angles theorem. So the angle that connects S to T to R has to be the same as the angle that connects U to T to R because of third angles theorem. So it's just because the other 2 match, so this one has to. Third angles theorem. So we are super close. We just have one more thing to prove. We've got all 3 angles, and then we have 2 of the 3 sides. And it looks like this orange third side, which is TR, matches the turquoise because they're both the same one. It's just the left side and the right side. So we have TR in turquoise, and we have TR in orange. And those are the same because it's called reflexive property. They're the same exact line, just on different sides. So we've got this one and this one. Whoa, laggy a little bit. And then we have all 6 things. We have 3 sides and 3 angles. We showed that they all matched. So then I can say that these triangles, just thinking about it. I'll just write it out myself. Triangle RST is congruent to triangle RUT, and it's because all 3 sides match and all 3 angles match. I'll make these colors pretty. And then RST was the orange one. RST. And then RUT was the turquoise one. So we have proven that these triangles are congruent because we showed all three sides and all three angles match up. Hope that was a good little review. Have a good rest of your day.